pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Ryan. And to the right side here, it's Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him not get through.
And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Gun! 12!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Get the man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Get up!
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Hey, gun!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
280!
They go play action with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To Michelle on the screen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Gun! Detroit!
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Matthews, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gun. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Complete, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, express. Gun.
The give is to Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Ryan. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Bell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to Michel on the dump off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He'll start out on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Ryan on second down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Play action. Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Taken from just outside the 30. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going up top. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, let's go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Hey, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let
On second down, Ryan. This is Bell on the dump off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it's complete. Henry. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's Ryan. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Switch. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now just 1 for 5 since coming on, but that one gets him a 1st and 10 here. Here's again to Jones running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And Philip Dorsett by himself. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go play action with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
What part did they let empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it with Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll go again to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. They find some open field here. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now.
They'll go with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Vick on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now a carry here for their fullback. Anderson loses the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. New England on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. The give to the fullback on the dive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the give, this is their fullback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting